I'm gonna make this quick. I'm not staying up too long. Uh, I had to do this yesterday, but I was hiding in the sky last night. So we're gonna get into the rise and fall of Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka P Diddy, aka Love. I don't know what that man's name is. At this point in time, freaking nasty. I don't know, but we definitely gonna get into this man who's been in the industry for so long, who has done some really sick and twisted things. Some things that I had with my whole life without knowing. I did not need to know that man had that much baby oil, that many dildos, in his house. Trust me, that's something that I could have with my whole life. That man is nasty. He's sick. Um, I was going over the indictment for Mr. Love. So he's being charged with 3 counts: um, racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation of transportation of prostitutes. Let me see. Let's go back up to this 3 count indictment, guys. And I'm going to break it down because this is my level of expertise because I go to school for this crap. So, yeah, so he has 1 count of racketeering conspiracy, which technically means that he technically is not being charged with racketeering. He's being charged with conspiracy racketeering, which is a very big difference. It means that he helped conspire with uh, or agreed to participate in an enterprise. So it's a very big difference, but it does carry a maximum of 20 years under the RICO Act. Everybody know what the RICO Act is. So that's his first count, conspiracy, racketeering conspiracy, which means that he agreed to participate in an enterprise, which is labeled in this document. It's called the Combe Enterprise. He basically conspired to cover up um, what was going on. They mentioned the freak offs and hotel rooms, the supplies, which contained of baby oil, All right. Where was I? All right. So I was talking about this court document, the rise and fall of Mr. Sean Combs, aka whatever his name is. He done changed his name like a good couple of times over the years. We ain't got time to go through all the bullshit. But the court document does. So they got him as Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, aka PD, aka Love. Weird ass shit. No matter how much times you change your name, you're still a fucking weirdo. You know? So
What's good? What's up?
I like to go to school and I like to put my heads in the fucking book. We're gonna go over this 3-count indictment. I'm gonna break it down for you motherfuckers, because some of you motherfuckers might just be ignorant. Might need somebody to school y'all a little bit.
Oh my god. Tell us.
So, if you guys are new to this channel, I am a criminal justice major. I'm currently finishing out my bachelor's. This is my senior year.
Yay.
So this indictment is actually up my alley. I learned something new by reading this shit. So I'm gonna teach you guys a few things under this RICO Act of 1970. Conspiracy to commit racketeering. That means he did not technically commit racketeering. He just agreed to participate in the enterprise to commit racketeering, which makes him a conspirator. That's all it does. This is a maximum of 20 years in prison under the RICO law. It's a federal indictment. So basically, it's enterprise, the Combs Enterprise, as they label in his motherfucking documents. All his names, no matter how many times you change your name, you're still a weirdo. Now, the things I done read in this damn document, I should have not known. Like the word freak off. Then I need to know this. We should not be labeling this shit a freak off. FBI, let's learn with professionals. He booked hotel rooms, stocked them with his freak off supplies. The fuck? These niggas are supposed to be federal prosecutors, but they're using freak off as a word. Okay, we're just gonna call it what it is. It's a freak off. Which, I've been trying to understand the level of freak offs, like, because you got swingers and you got the beaters, like you got all types of freak offs. So apparently this nigga had baby oil, extra liners, some lubricants, linings. He arranged to travel for victims, commercial sex workers. Yeah, you just got a whole bunch of motherfuckers. So according to this document, it's just not Sean Combs. It's also other members and associates of the Combs Enterprise. That means possibly he might have some codees. They are just not labeled in here, but we will find out who his codees are soon, because trust and believe me, there are about 50 other motherfuckers in here should be locked the fuck up. Like Clyde Davis. Excuse me. We're going to go down to count 2. Sex trafficking by force, fraud, and coercion for victim number 1. No. I don't think they labeled a victim. I didn't actually read it. It wasn't that long. But if you don't know what sex trafficking is, it is basically when you traffic victims across state lines and out the country for sex.
Right.
So basically, that is coming under the U.S. Code 18, Chav. They're 1591.
Right.
That means he basically forced someone to, do this little nasty shit. And let's see. According to this, it's the pending conviction of sex trafficking by depriving someone of the liberty or freedom carries a prison sentence of between 8, 14, and 20 years. Mm-hmm. So now we are on to count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution. I never knew that you're going to be charged for this, but apparently it's a crime. So stop fucking prostitutes. It's not funny. I'm sorry, it's not funny. But this indictment is fucking hilarious. I'm sorry, it's shit retarded. Under the U.S. Code 18, Section 2421, transportation generally, the statute makes it's a crime, punishable up to 10 years imprisonment.
Right.
So that carries a 10-year charge. Now he has to forfeit his property. Anything that they feel like was bought with the prostitution and sex trafficking money, which I guess they're going to break it down, go through his statements, because you have to, you know,
Yeah.
prove whether this was bought with this money because he's been
Um,
in the
but
industry for
they
so
got
long.
they got video. They supposedly they got video of him with the freak offs and like J Lo and them was running scared.
It doesn't exactly label who was at these freak offs in this indictment, but there is members of the enterprise. Um, so hopefully, eventually, so he has to forfeit his property according to this documents. Um, anything that's traceable, anything that's probably somebody else's name, stuff that he tries to hide, he has to forfeit. They label, if you want to look up the codes, they're all Title 18, 21, and 28. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 Title 18s, Section 981, Section 1594, Section 1963, Section 2428. The other title is Title 21 in the United States Code, Section 853. If you people want to know what this is, I can look it up for you to tell you. Honestly,
Right.
I don't really care. I got all the time in the world. Don't mind making you guys feel like assholes. It's okay. I live for it. This is why Google is Google. So, U.S. Code 21, Section 853 is criminal forfeits. Any person convicted of a violation of this subchapter or subchapter 2 punishable by imprisonment for more than 1 year shall forfeit to the United States. It's basically the right, title, interest, and property subject to forfeit vest in the United States upon the commission of the criminal act in question. So that means personal property, real estate, he will have to forfeit under this code. Let's see, Title 28, Section 24061. Let's see what this one is. Let me just take you guys back to school because apparently some of you people actually probably do need to go back to school. Okay, so U.S. Code 28, Section 24061 is mode of recovery. One allowed for regular adjustment for inflations of civil monetary penalties. Let's click on it to read the second part of it because I don't feel like doing all that. It's basically fines. That's basically what it is. And forfeiting to the government under the titles. But they have to prove it. They have to go through his bank account. And with him being charged with sex trafficking and translation to engage in prostitution, they might just, got all the evidence they might need. But here comes where the tricky part is, right? You have to you will have to honestly now have to differentiate between the victims and the people that are willing participants. Now, I'm not excusing his sick behavior. Let's get this correct. But me, if I was an attorney, I would deep dive on who's actually the victim in this case and who's actually a willing participant, because I feel like there's more willing participants than there is actual victims. Don't worry about the fly in the turtle tank. Protect the mask off. Turtle not bothering. Why you bothering him or her? I don't know which one it is, but yeah, but your sister is asleep, so you can't make noise. So go lay down, please.
Yeah.
So back to this indictment. So this indictment goes all the way back to 2008. So they've been watching this little freaky nasty nigga for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I think it's a crime to have sex parties? Nah, you want to be a freak, that's your business. But let's not take this too far, right? You know, it's just a level to this nasty shit that you should just stop. Like, stop. Like, what
Right.
the? I don't be understanding motherfuckers. Like, why do you have to be this nasty? Like, I get it. Being nasty is a way of life, right? For some people. But
That's beyond nasty that he's doing though.
yes, it's like it becomes beyond nasty.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like it is bigger than him. I could be wrong, I could be right. But I feel like there's a lot more to this. I feel like he's the just one of the fall guys at the moment because there is a
Right.
lot that he has done over his what, in like two and a half, 3 decades of this motherfucking assy ass nigga. I feel like
He,
people knew. People in his inner circle
of course.
covered up.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got him on tape trying to fucking give witnesses false narratives. Like, damn, man, you gotta, like, I don't get how you from the hood and you so damn stupid. Like, this nigga is dumb as fuck. Like, reading the indictment is not, it's not funny because I feel bad for the victims that are, that were, that were harmed
Right.
by this sicko. But if you actually go online and read this indictment, I'm sorry, this is the most funniest federal indictment I've read in my life. Like, it's just the wording, like, bro, like, we didn't need all
Mm-hmm.
his AKAs. We didn't need to know he had free call parties and what type of
Mm-hmm.
shit.
And
Like, it's
the
just
what
certain
they and
things.
what they found there too, the baby oil and
Yeah, the baby oil, the
the
fucking
dildos
lube,
and all that.
the dildos. Like, that man got more
Crazy.
dildos than I do. That's sad. Like, damn. Damn.
Oh man.
It's not funny. It's like,
He got more dildos than any porno star.
right,
You know?
like, damn. Now, I have like a lot of things that I read online when this first was going down after Cassie done sued the man for like 30 something $1 million.
Mm.
That's here nor there. Sis done spent the block and got her money back.
I thought it was like 80 million she got.
I don't know. I know she originally sued for 30 mil. I don't know how much she
Oh,
got in the settlement, but sis
okay.
settled in 24 hours for that money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but whatever she got, you know, that video that they put out of him beating her ass in the hotel, I feel bad for sis.
Mm.
Sis didn't deserve to get her ass kicked over the hotel like that.
Right? And all he wearing is some funky socks and towel. No,
Right. Like, her
ain't no
getting
way.
her ass kicked is not funny. DV is
Right.
never okay. It's just the fact the nigga was kicking her ass in the towel. That I could understand how he did that while holding that towel up. Like, I was more focused on the towel and the socks than anything. Like, I see, like, for the goal, I see her get her ass beat. Like, I wasn't really interested in that no more. I was really interested in how he did it wearing no clothes. That's what I was interested in
Crazy.
because I was confused.
Crazy.
But I didn't like how the fact that 8 years after the incident, they bring out the video knowing that he couldn't be charged for it. It didn't make no sense to bring out the video, honestly, because
Mm.
it's useless.
Right.
She sued the man. She got her money. It's useless. Like, the video is useless. He
Yeah.
can't be charged for the crime. Like, it was
Crazy.
pointless. It was pointless to release the video, in my opinion.
I think so.
The world did not need to know that.
But
We already knew she got ass kicked.
somebody was trying to smear him. That was like a smear campaign.
Right, but for what? He couldn't be charged for the crime. The statute of limitations of wherever it happened at already passed. So he
Right.
couldn't even be charged for the case. So you putting the video out for what? We already knew what he did to Cassie. Okay, we didn't need video evidence of him kicking her ass. Like,
Right.
bro, I didn't not see that. Like, honestly, nobody should have seen that. Like, this woman has children. This video is out on the internet for the world to see. You can't take certain shit back.
Right.
Like, you didn't respect this woman and her children when they get older and they see their mother on internet getting kicked, her ass kicked like that. Dumb. There's no more market top. Unless you get that green one right there. Look at that green one right there. Oh, it don't work? Oh. Um, I don't know. I don't think I got any more market tops for you, Pumpkin. All right, let me call your brother and tell him to find some market tops for you, okay? All right, getting back to sicko Diddy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different codes in here. He also has a few California penal codes in here for kidnapping, attempted aiding and abetting, conspiracy, arson. They said multiple acts involving arson chargeable under the following provisions of state law, California Penal Code 451. They got bribery of witness. Like he
Crazy.
has a lot of different penal codes, a lot of different codes and sections. But there's a lot to this
Oh yeah.
sick pervertic fuck. A lot of, like I said, a lot of stuff that I read online just wasn't making sense. Someone was suing for sex trafficking. I'm like, how he sex trafficked you when you was willing to go do it, shorty? Okay, sis, whatever. You was willing to fucking for a come up, but okay, we ain't going. Like, a lot of them women were do it because they wanted to. They was looking for something out of it, and everything. And I be like, the weirdest thing is for you to willingly do something and then cry victim after, because everybody else is crying victim, which is like, what? Like, but for the ones that are actual victims, the women and the men that are actually victims of this demonic plague of a person. I'm sorry you have to really go through that because nobody should ever be forced to do nothing they don't want to. Nobody should ever feel to be put into an uncomfortable position. Um, but for the people that are just calling victims to be a victim and are
Mm,
not really a victim, own up to your fuckery. Own up to your sick and twisted, perverted ass fucking ways. You guys are really sick individuals. Cause
yeah.
I just want to know that I've never been to a freak off party. I've been to a swinger party before, but I never been to a freak off. So what's the difference? Somebody please educate me on this shit. Cause I really want to know what goes on at a freak off party. Matter of fact, I'm just looking up. Cause this shit don't make no sense. A freak off fucking party. What the fuck is a freak off?
Crazy. And they got this nigga was recording this shit. They got multiple sex tapes of him doing this shit. You know, something is gonna leak to the internet. I'm just waiting.
Okay, so I found an XL article online about it. So it said the title is "So What Went Down at Diddy's Freak Off Party." So it says the phrase of freak off is mentioned 27 times in Diddy's shocking 14-page indictment. I'm mad they really counted. They had no life for that. They had no life. Niggas counted. Niggas said they said it 27 times. Damn. Accusing the music mogul of sex trafficking, racketeering conspiracy, and translational engaged in prostitution. The government indictment unsealed by the U.S. Attorney Office of the Southern District of New York on Tuesday. September 7th paints the disgraced media mogul as a drug addict and sexual deviant who hosted wild narcotic-filled sex parties dubbed freak-offs. But what exactly was going down at these parties? Now, hopefully I discover some more bullshit I should not be knowing at my old ass age. I do not need to know this. Um, yes, but in the indictment, apparently they did mention freak off 27 times, according to this article right here. There's a lot of drugs going on. Niggas, they call him a drug addict, a sexual deviant. That is ridiculous. That bad boy entertainer founder has long been known for his famous white parties, which he hosted from 2004 to 2009 in the Hamptons, New York, and were attended by who's who A-list celebrities. Even Rev Al Sharpton partook in the festivals. Oh shit, not the good old Rev. Like,
Salute. Ray Sean, what's good, bro? Salute.
okay, according to the indictment,
We
Diddy
got we
began
got Ray
releasing.
Sean here, goddess.
Huh?
Ray Sean is in the comments.
Hi.
We got Ray Sean here. Shout out to Ray Sean.
What was I at? Okay, so he was hosting these parties, these white parties as they call them, which dated back to 2009. He used it to force threaten, threats or force or coerce to make victims engage in prolonged sex acts with male commercial sex workers that Diddy stamped freak offs.
Right.
And arranged these freak off combs with the assistance of members and associates of the comb enterprise, transported and caused to be transported commercial sex workers across state lines, and essentially the indictment reads. Well, duh, we all know what fucking translation is, crazy. Damn, we're not that dumb, hopefully.
Right.
But they said the victims had ketamine, ecstasy, gamma hydroxy in order to keep the victims obedient and compliant. The indictment read. Oh, they try and close me out, y'all, on this damn internet. They not that go. They like my now my internet's unresponsive. Not them trying to stop the reading of the article, guys.
Oh.
This hidden camera of the illegal sex marathons allegedly occurred at Diddy's residence. One of the prominent Homeland Security agents who helped raid Diddy home in Miami in March recently told the New York Post that Diddy had sex rooms full of sex toys, bondage gear. The rooms were also allegedly laced with hidden cameras. So if you were in these sex parties, you were being recorded from every possible angle. Oh shit! Somebody said they
Yeah.
compared him to Jeffrey Epstein, the billionaire pedophile who hanged himself in prison in 2009. He did not hang himself. Why do we keep leaving that shit? I am sorry.
Oh man.
Let's get this right. Jeffrey Epstein did not hang himself.
Right.
This man was a billionaire who know the
Rich,
who's on that fucking list of his. If you go
Rich,
online and find his list, there's a whole list of motherfucking people on that list. A
Rich,
lot of
Ray
people let
Stone, you
you
can
know.
join us if you want. If you still here.
So no, we're not going to just be like, yeah, the nigga hung himself. How the fuck you hang yourself in jail, bro?
I don't know.
Like,
Well, how did he die?
they say he hung himself in jail, committed suicide according to
Oh.
his autopsy, how they dealt that bullshit. That man rubbed elbows with everybody. So the nigga said that his supplies include narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant.
Mm-hmm.
Why did the world even know that? I'm trying to fathom more. Why the fuck did the world need to know this nigga had 1,000 baby oils? Like, we know what type of, first of all, freak off equals a lot of shit that you don't even use in regular sex life.
Right.
It's just the fact that there's
I don't.
videos
I
of
don't
the
think he
freak
was
off.
using that. I think that was for the people in the freak offs to use. But why he had it at his house though? That's what I don't understand. You can't have like a warehouse or something with that.
I guess not.
He had all that shit at his crib. Like, where you putting that? Did he have like a garage full of that stuff,
No, there was
or
in
like
room.
he had his own room for that?
Yep.
And you got kids there? That's just crazy.
It says the party's over for Diddy for now. He has pled not guilty to his charges but remain in jail after being denied pre-trial release. Diddy is facing life in prison if he's convicted on all three charges.
He can't be released because if he released, he gonna flee, and he gonna flee to the Caribbean.
To a
So
place
they
where
they
he
were
can't get extradited back to the United States.
they were smart for taking away the passports. You know what I'm saying? Because he did this when you said to me that he never left when they raided the mansion. I thought he was already in the Caribbean when he raided the
No,
mansion.
he never left. That nigga was that nigga didn't leave. They made it seem like he left, but he didn't leave.
Why would he stay if the feds is looking after him though? That makes no sense. Why
I
would he stay? You know what I'm saying? And he's familiar with the Caribbean because they recorded in the Caribbean. Like when they did Life After Death, that was in the Caribbean. When they did No Way Out, that was in the Caribbean. So they've been to the Caribbean before where they like he's taken his whole crew down there to record albums. So he could do that. That's why I was like it was good for them to take away the passports because if they release them, he's gonna flee. He's not gonna
But
stay in
it's
New York.
depending. A lot of those Caribbean countries they got extraditing treaties with the U.S. So
But some of them don't.
he would have to go where Russell Simmons at.
Yeah, exactly. But some of them don't though. Some of those countries don't.
Yeah, they don't like us. That's why.
You know what I'm
It's just
saying?
the fact that they said these parties went on for days. I'm trying to figure out. I know as a woman, after a while, when you have sex so much, you dry out. So, houseway, like, bro, what type of? He said they said that. So if you were in those sex parties, then he was said to use these recordings to blackmail victims into participating again. Oh, that nigga real nasty, sicko, freak ass nigga. It's just the fact that as you read the indictment, and if people are smart enough, instead of them like just saying, "Oh, I read it," actually look at the penal codes in those. Look how like he's looking at life in prison if he gets convicted on all three charges. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like this is just like a simple wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Like this man has to now forfeit property, personal shit under these U.S. title codes. I'm not saying that what he did was okay. I will never say that because some people just very sick and twisted. But there's a lot that people don't know that goes on behind the scenes at these a lot of these industry parties. And we've always been talking Illuminati and
Rayshawn was good.
these motherfuckers and their bullshit. Hey,
I don't know if he can hear us. He said he's not staying on for too long.
I know. I seen the
It's all
message.
good. Yeah,
Um,
man.
the document is 14 pages. There's only 3 counts. So it's possible that there probably will be more co-defendants because he ran
Yeah.
um enterprise. Well, he didn't run it. So I was
He,
running enterprise
but he,
because
he he
it's
took the money. He took his money to run that shit though.
that's why he's being tried for conspiracy, not actually the actual racketeering. He's being
You
tried to
you when you when you
conspiracy.
use when you use women like Cassie to be a sex slave, what is that? Isn't that prostitution?
Yeah, but I honestly don't know if he can be criminally tried for her
Why
because
not?
technically him assaulting her was 8 years ago. He can't be charged for that, and she already civically sued him for 30 to 80 million dollars. So I don't know if he can be charged for that. Honestly,
Oh, so no matter what he did to her, he can't be charged for what he did to Cassie.
it's a slippery slope because if he was going to be
What about
charged
the
for
other?
it,
What about the other women? But Don Richards from Danny D. Kane just sued him.
but there's a difference. A lot of the states, it depends on the state. So you have a state by state statutory on certain crimes.
Hmm.
So if they can't be tried, the best thing to do is civil sue them. But like I said, a lot of the women that was coming out from what I seen online, I seen one girl said that her boyfriend gave Diddy head so she can get a job. Like, so it's a
What?
very slippery slope with a lot of these women.
What? The hold up.
Okay,
The chick's boyfriend gave him head just that she could get a job at Bad Boy.
that's what one article said.
Holy shit!
I don't be knowing exactly, but
What? And
that's
if
what
you if you're a woman, what kind of woman are you to let you pawn your boyfriend off to Diddy just so that you could get a job to work with him? That's
that's not
crazy.
it's a very slippery slope when you coming down to victims who's actually a victim and who's actually not a victim. Like a lot of people just jump on the bandwagon. I guarantee you, a lot of people that's bringing Diddy down are the same people that are in this enterprise with him that help contribute to the fuckery, but
That's
they don't want their
wild.
hands dirty and shit. That's like with R. Kelly, right? R. Kelly is sick. He
I,
is sick
I'm
man.
starting to believe that Diddy has surpassed R. Kelly. He has surpassed R. Kelly with the shit that he's done.
It's really just depending on how you look at it. You get what I'm saying? Like R. Kelly was a victim himself, so a lot of victims turn to predators. That will never excuse the behavior. I'm never going to excuse anybody's behavior,
But
but also as
what happened with Diddy? What happened with him?
I have to look more into Diddy's life to tell you what happened to Diddy. Um, but this news article does not want me to read it anymore. It keeps going
They
unresponsive.
must be taking that shit off the internet.
Um, but a lot of predators are victims, so it's just depending on
That's
how
wild.
Hmm.
we're looking at it and who we're looking at.
That's wild, Joe. The shit that I'm hearing, and the thing is, it's more to come. So this is gonna get even sicker.
Right.
Just hope none of them tapes get released, y'all.
Holy shit!
It's just certain things I just don't need to be seen on the internet.
I think
Honestly,
I think 50 that documentary 50 Cent gonna come out with. That's gonna be the best documentary ever.
I'm about 50 Cent to go sit his ass down somewhere for something come off of about his ass next.
That's gonna be the best documentary ever. I'm telling you, that's
The
gonna be
more you know, the
crazy.
better.
I feel like as being a black man, no matter how sick and twisted a person is, you shouldn't kick them while they down because everybody has a day. Everybody has skeletons in their
I
closet.
I hope I hope they everybody like in Hollywood and shit in the industry is watching this because if they got skeletons like this, they better be running.
You want
Yep.
to look at the list of Jeffrey Epstein. There's over a dozen names on that list, and
Hmm.
there's some people on that list that
That got connections with Diddy.
yes,
Yep.
that's why I said it's way bigger than him. And yes, he doesn't to pay for his crimes. He definitely does for the crimes he actually committed, not for a whole bunch of lies. Because some women do like to fabricate stories. So you just have to be careful when you labeling everybody a victim because not everybody's a fucking victim. Some
Mm.
people like to be freak nasty now. Let's get this straight off the rip. You got some
Uh-huh.
really nasty
But
ass motherfuckers out there.
but if Cassie, even if Cassie was a freak, if he was having Cassie as a sex slave to sleep with other men, that's prostitution.
Yeah, but it's depending on the state though. Where did it happen?
So what's the state law for freakiness in New York?
Apparently, it's a crime.
So he going to jail then. He going to jail because if they
Right.
try him here, he going to jail.
He's looking at life in prison if he's convicted all three
Yeah.
counts.
If they try him here in New York, he's going to jail.
He's not. Mind you, he's a Scorpio, so that explains a lot, y'all. That explains a
What does
lot.
that mean? What does that mean?
He's nasty. Okay, Scorpios they a little different now.
That don't mean nothing.
They a little nasty. They're more
That don't
nasty
mean nothing.
than
You're not a
Virgo.
Scorpio and you a freak, so what that mean?
See, I'm a normal level freak. Let's get
You're a
this
normal
right.
level freak.
I'm normal.
I don't know what she talking about. She a normal level.
So look, so you see how they say he had bondage gear? Like, I get it. Everybody like a little bondage the entire the fuck
This
up here
shit.
and there.
Wait, when you say
But
that,
this
I'm
took it to
thinking
a
of
different level.
like American Horror Story, like Murder
I
House
would
when they had like the dominatrix with the leather on and shit.
I wouldn't call it that. Like the parties are crazy, right? The freako parties are crazy. The supplies is crazy. But it's just tricky because you got some people that really do like this nasty shit. Like, how do you separate people that actually really, really like that nasty shit, that drugs, the sex, all that? Like, how do you separate the victims from people that actually are just really sick and twisted in their own fucking individual way, right? Now, if they wasn't like sex trafficking and prostitution going on, buying sex workers, like I didn't even know that buying sex work was illegal. I thought because they sell ass that okay, but here not. So, but it's
Mm.
like you got people that like the drugs, that like the wild sex that come with being high and intoxicated, right? Now, how do you go from liking it to regretting it the next day? Like, was it bad sex? Was it too rough sex? Like, was there not no safe words in this environment? Like, it's a lot of shit that I don't understand about the freako parties because I wasn't there. Don't never want to be at a freako party, apparently. Leave that for over there for the people over there.
Yeah, wild, man. This is like
Leave
some
it.
Illuminati shit.
Leave it to the
That's
real
exactly what it
nasties.
is. That's all it is. It's a bunch of high profile white motherfuckers who are head bitches in charge and niggas in charge and shit like that. And they like
And
that shit.
he was doing this shit at his house, right?
Hotels.
His hotel. So you that means they had like a secret password going on that you had to get from somebody because they wasn't advertising it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You have to get like one of them secret. It was a secret. Them secret parties where you need a password to get in. Like you see that shit in the movies where you if you like a underground fight club type of thing where you need a secret password. It's like that, you know. And I'm like, yo, like that's some shit. And if they got like act like high actors like Tom Cruise and if Denzel is his name is brought up, they fucked. They all gonna go down
Absolutely.
with Diddy. This is gonna be like Hollywood upheaval for the ages. Like it's shit is gonna change people's lives.
Hollywood in order.
Yeah, they screwed. They gonna be running. They already seen a post. Somebody made a video about how the feds have the list and his exes like J Lo was on the list. They gonna be if she a part of it. She done. That's the I believe that's the reason why she broke up with him in the first place because she knew about this shit and the whole thing getting caught up with that whole thing with Shine at the club and Shine going to jail for 10 years and all that.
It all
She don't
adds
need
up.
that right now. She's still trying to figure out if she want to be married to Ben Affleck or not. That's the last thing she need. That's the last thing Ben Affleck need.
It all adds up.
You know, you on mute, Queen. We can't hear you.
My bad. I was on the phone. Somebody had called me,
Oh,
and I was looking up the list
you should have hung up on them.
to bring it up to see who's on the list.
They
All right.
screwed, yo. If J Lo was on that list and people like her, they done.
So Prince Andrew, who I stripped him of his title when it came out, is on the list. Donald Trump is on the
Prince
list. All right.
Andrew,
So for people that don't know,
Prince Andrew's on the list.
yes, Prince
Wow, from the royal
Andrew.
family.
Yep.
Wow.
So for people don't know that Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump are co-defendants, you can look up their indictment. They're both convicted pedophiles. Both of them niggas are both convicted of pedophiles. Donald Trump then paid off millions of dollars to children that he raped.
Yeah,
That
and,
nigga's
and
sick and
you got
twisted
a
too.
pedophile that's running for president.
So Jeffrey Epstein's
Right.
girlfriend is currently in jail for sex
Only in
trafficking.
America would this shit happen.
Bill Clinton is on there. Donald Trump,
Bill
like I said,
Clinton.
Bill Clinton's on the list.
yes.
Bill Clinton.
Wow, him too.
Hillary Clinton's on the list.
What?
Hillary Clinton.
The,
Where you getting this list from?
online.
All of these motherfuckers on the list.
Can I read them? Let's go down this list. We
Bill
got
Clinton,
David
the same
Copperfield.
dude that he forfeited presidency for head in the Oval Office, and he's on this list too. He ain't learned his lesson. That's
John
crazy.
Conley is on this list, a police detective.
Wow.
Alan.
Hillary Clinton, all that Hillary Clinton. What were they doing at those parties?
Hold on.
I'm just curious to what were the Clintons doing at a freako party?
Leonardo DiCaprio's on the list. Al Gore
Of
is
course.
on the list. Richard
Who?
Branson.
Who?
Al Gore, former
When you
U.S.
said
Vice
Al
President.
Gore, I never voted for Al Gore.
He was the vice president of Bill Clinton.
All these politicians is on the list.
Michael Jackson.
Michael was on the list too?
Yep.
Nah, they
Stephen
dragged Michael.
Hawkins.
They dragged him there. He ain't willingly go. He ain't
Nina
willingly go.
Mark, the former Israel prime minister, is on this list. You got Kevin Spacey, George Lucas,
George Lucas from Star Wars? He was at the freak-offs? These old niggas was at the freak-offs? What kind of freak-offs was this?
You got Naomi Campbell.
Yeah, she been with all of them. She been with all of them.
That's crazy.
She been with all of them. That makes sense.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is on there.
And he dead, right? And he dead?
He's an American politician and conspiracy theorist.
Didn't he die? Or was that's the relative?
I have no idea if this nigga died.
Them Kennedys died, yo. I think he died in that plane crash.
Like there's a lot.
The Clintons. What? I can't see Hillary Clinton at no freak-off party.
This list comes from the island that they had.
That can't be the real list. You naming like old geezers on that list.
Hillary Clinton.
What? Hillary Clinton? This is the one that was the same woman that was hiding emails and shit. Wow. I guess she felt like she was losing Bill to Monica. Let's try something different in the bedroom.
Yeah, I've done seen this list like 10 times. It's the same list all over the place.
What the fuck?
The who's.
Al Gore. Oh, that's Al Gore? Al Gore was
Al Gore.
Yo.
Go to bed.
Yo, this shit gonna be funny. I hope they show this trial. This shit gonna be funny.
Isaiah, help your sister find her market tops, please.
He got some old ass people on that was at those parties.
The list is so long. Like,
what the fuck? Was
find her thing, please?
I hope Obama wasn't on that list.
I didn't see his name on the list.
Damn, that's crazy.
No, not Obama. Not Obama.
Who was boning Hillary Clinton at these freak-offs? Oh my god. Yo.
Hillary Clinton.
I'm about to be sick. This shit is funny.
Oh, she's 76.
She old.
You looked at her age though.
That's Granny. That's Granny.
But she throw that a freak off for her old ass. She older than my mother. Holy shit.
They released his little black book. Like
What's in
there's
the black
mad
book?
names in the book. Jeffrey Epstein's black book. Names of anybody and everybody.
Is that his list, or is that's the Diddy's list?
No, this is Jeffrey Epstein's list.
So the list you was reading with Hillary Clinton, that was Diddy's list?
No, that was Jeffrey Epstein's list. But you always have to remember that all this should be tied up into one.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Nigga had the Clintons doing shit. What the fuck? And these are the people that America love. They love Bill Clinton. They love him. They love them some Clintons. Look at the shit that they doing.
I never
It's
voted
just
for
been the
him.
fact that they talk about Jeffrey Epstein's island and all the shit that went down on the island. All that shit ties up to the industry. All this shit ties up to Diddy and whoever else was at that little freak off party of his, and the list is long. It's a lot of names on there, a lot of people that are known in the industry. I think Oprah Winfrey was on that list. It's just bad shit on the list, man.
Oprah Winfrey was on the list too?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not even on the fucking list.
I thought Oprah was married. Wasn't she married to Stedman or some shit?
Like, I don't even know. Sis be wilding. I can't even tell you. Everybody got a car? But it's not funny though. I really feel bad for these people because
Why?
nobody
They
should
know
have
what
to.
they were doing. What you mean? They know they grown. They know what they were doing.
A lot of them did know what they was doing. A lot of them
They
did sign
they,
up for these freak off parties now.
so
Like
what? So they got to the freak off party and what? They couldn't leave?
I guess I don't know.
No, they know what they were doing. I
They
don't
was
believe
Right.
there,
that shit.
but according to the article, these
Oprah
freak off
Winfrey,
parties
Oprah
last
Winfrey,
for days.
Oprah Winfrey interviewed everybody, including Diddy. You mean to tell me she was at the freak off parties and she didn't know what she was doing?
Who
Come on,
knows? Who
she knew what
knows?
she was doing. She knew what
A
she was
lot of
doing.
this shit. A lot of this shit be
The,
like.
the Clintons knew what they were doing. They're not senile.
Like I feel like it was more like with Diddy, R. Kelly, Jeffrey Epstein,
Soft Kawhi,
him and
Soft Kawhi.
Weinstein.
Subscribe to the channel, Soft Kawhi. He said,
It
he said, she said, shh. That's a lot of people. Hey, she reading the list. I'm still surprised all these people names are on the list, yo.
like no, because
That's crazy.
if people really, we're not just gonna crucify our black stars. We're also gonna crucify the white ones too, because
But
I don't
all I'm
want to put
hearing is white on the
as
list,
people in
though.
charge.
All I'm hearing is white on the list.
Like we're gonna crucify everybody
Who
involved
the
because
only black person you mentioned was Oprah Winfrey. I ain't hear
yeah,
nobody else. Everybody else
Jackson
is
is
white and they
so
old.
black, bro. Michael
Everybody else
Jackson is
you
so
said
black.
is white and they old. You talking about the Clintons? You talking about Al Gore? I'm like, all these people was on the list.
That's not. I didn't read the whole list, but I read the list. I read what
I heard enough. I'm like, shit. That's politicians and shit.
like this is the list that was released. They said they was never going to release the list, but they released the list, and the list is long. Like it's I don't know how many pages the list is, but I know that shit long as fuck. You got some people that did it, and then you got some that were actual victims of Jeffrey Epstein. Let's get this right. They list some victims there too on
What
that list. I don't know if they allegedly said they're also victims, but they also were people
what
that were
was
there
it?
at the
Was it
party.
Cuba Gooding on that list too? Cuba Gooding
I,
Jr.
I'm not too sure if he
No,
was on this list.
because there was a rumor that he was a part of those freak off parties.
He probably was part of Freako. He looked like a freak.
Oh man,
It's not funny, but it's like, yo, bro, like these are millionaires, billionaires
Yeah.
as rubbing elbows.
These are grown people.
yeah, they know what they were doing. You can't say that shit in court. Oh, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. It's too late.
Yeah, don't change the story. That's what I hate. Like,
Exactly.
if you knew you do something wrong, don't change the story.
Exactly. Cause they ain't trying to go down with Diddy though. That's the thing. J Lo and them gonna be running.
The no singer.
She can't afford that shit. She trying to figure out if she want to be married or not. That's the last thing she need right now.
Like this list includes like a lot of Jeffrey Epstein's indictments include underage girls. So we're not going to talk about the underage girls that's on the list, but they're on this. Some of his victims are underage. Um, but that man was real sick too. But it's just the fact that people be like, "Oh, I'm like everybody deserves justice. Everybody deserves justice. Everybody deserves to get their peace in the situation with uh, whatever his name want to be for the week." Um, but at the same time, a lot of those people were willing participants.
I don't
Like, when
know.
did you not say it was okay? No, when your pussy dried out, when your dick didn't
Yeah,
have no sperm
but
in it. Like,
even
when did you?
even if it was but even if they were willing, that's still a crime, right?
No, because if you're willingly participating in freak offs and getting your butt stuck with dildos and shit, then you're not a victim.
So the prosecutors have to prove that they weren't willing at those
Yes,
parties.
they have to label the victims, and label people that were willingly participating in these parties, and the ones who knew about the parties and just covered it up. They have to label everybody. Everybody has to be labeled.
What
There are
what if we try to what if we try to pay all of them off to say that yeah you were willing?
he tried that already. That didn't work. It's an indictment. He tried. They got him on tape doing that
Hmm,
shit.
I don't I don't know, man.
I feel like
That's some shit.
he suppressed R. Kelly in the most sick and twisted
He
domination
suppressed R.
way.
Kelly.
Yes, he did.
That's in what he surpassed R. Kelly. You mean?
Right.
Yes.
You mean
Surpass.
she said suppressed? I'm like suppressed. Was R. Kelly
You
involved in
know
this
what
shit
the
too?
hell I mean? I'm over here talking and
Nah, when you said that, I'm thinking did he have something
surpass.
because they did shit together. They did songs together and shit. So that's why I was saying what you mean by that.
Like, see, when you talk about R. Kelly, you talk about the fact that the prosecutor even said that if he continues to pay, he would have been in jail. So he in jail because he stopped
And
paying. Let's get
and
this
and
right.
them chicks is grown. But I saw like one of them chicks was like how she was there because she wanted to be there.
Right. A lot of them girls. Let's make this very very clear with R. Kelly. A lot of those girls was pimped out for a check by their parents. A lot of them girls went to those concerts
Right.
looking for this
And
man.
and and I always said, how come the parents wasn't to blame also? Why you don't know where your daughter
Yes.
is at? You don't know
Right.
where your
Yeah.
teenage daughter is at night?
Aaliyah.
Exactly.
Like, I don't like to talk about the dead, but with the Leah thing, I'm not gonna call her a pastor because that's very disrespectful. But from pictures on the internet, you can see that she was with different men in the industry, grown ass men.
They were Jay-Z and Dame Dash was passing her around like a blunt because they both had her.
I heard she was pregnant by one of them motherfuckers,
Yep.
according to
I think
internet.
I think that's part of the reason why they don't talk now.
Um, or Kelly was just crazy enough to marry her, but that's because of parents, you know. But a lot of them were not victims. Like, I read in one book about a girl who literally said that she was 16. She went to the concert looking for him because that was her biggest crush. She told the man she was 20 years old. The grandmother knew about it and
Look
was
at that.
okay with her moving out. She said she was free to come and go as she pleased. She
Why
would participate in sex parties with him and men
why
and
why aren't the parents at fault also? They same thing with Michael Jackson when they try to get Michael Jackson in '95, and they had those parents leaving their kids over at Neverland. Why are you leaving your kid over at Neverland Ranch with Michael Jackson? You know
according
what I'm
to
saying?
internet sources and rumors,
Exactly.
he
That
was
makes no sense.
apparently a child victim himself. That's why they say he acted a little strange.
Oh,
If he was a
oh,
victim of
Michael,
somebody touching on him,
Michael was getting his ass beat by Joe. That's why he was like that.
but he's also being sexually touched by another adult too. According
But
to,
who did that?
we ain't gonna say names on the internet. I don't want to be
I don't
sued.
I don't know who did. That's what I'm asking you.
Allegedly, they said, according to internet sources, that Diana Ross was touching on him at 9.
That's what I
Allegedly,
heard too. I heard that too, but I don't believe that though. Diana
I
Ross, she old as hell.
allegedly.
I don't think she was doing that shit to him.
That's what I said. Allegedly, that's what the internet be saying.
Right.
Um,
He also had Elizabeth Taylor. She was around him, and she dead. She was around him all the time. Brooke Shields was around him all the time.
So
So what about them? Was they touching on him too?
I have no idea. I wasn't there. I wasn't even
Tatum
born yet.
O'Neal was around him. See, I think he was dating Tatum O'Neal or something when she was younger.
Um,
You know,
but it just becomes very tricky when you have so many adults in a situation, um, so many victims, so many willing participants in the bullshit that knew about the parties, knew what went on in the parties. Uh, I do feel bad for his children, especially the younger ones. It's like losing both your parents in a sense. First, you lose your mom, then you lose. Now your dad is facing life in prison. Um, I will never, ever, ever wish jail on anybody. Jail is not a place anybody should want to wind up. But did he? If he did any
he
of this
did.
shit, yes,
He
let
did.
him serve his time.
He did. This is
uh,
karma. This is karma getting back at him for all the years and decades of him mistreating people like shit. His own artists and people, other people in the industry. This is karma getting back at his ass now. I don't feel sorry for him.
Yep.
I I don't feel sorry for him either because he's very sick and deprived. I don't know what went wrong in his childhood. Something.
I don't believe it was that. I just think the money made him do this shit. Money changes people. You see with Kanye West, how cocky Kanye West is now. Kanye West wasn't like that when he first came out. But before the all the money and shit that he got, he wasn't like that. It's the minute that he went platinum and he got the money, that's when he started acting crazy. And then
I
and then his
think
mother died as well. So the mother's death
with
put that
Kanye
over the
and
top of
Diddy
him.
is like two different type of situations. Like
Yeah, but the
Kanye has a
ego is just as big.
mental
The
disorder.
ego, the,
He's
the ego is the
bipolar.
money. The money made the egos big.
But I also like you can't rule out the possibility of Diddy being a victim himself. And you just can't rule it out. It doesn't excuse his behavior, but until we have all the facts that sits in front of us, I'm not going to rule out the fact that maybe he possibly was a victim of some form of molestation
No,
growing up.
that's what the defense is gonna say in court. I don't believe it.
You can't sit there and say you don't believe it. Look at R. Kelly. R. Kelly was a
Yeah.
victim.
That
He
ain't
was a
go that
victim.
ain't gonna work for everybody though. That sympathy shit they pull, that ain't gonna work for everybody in
Of
court.
course not. But it explains his
Is what
his
what is it explain though? That's what I'm saying.
it explains his behavior. You get what I'm saying? That's like with R. Kelly, right? Remember how I just said that R. Kelly was a victim? And a lot of victims turn to predators themselves because of what happened to them. It does not excuse the behavior of the person. It just makes it more understandable
Do you
of
think you'll
why
do
he
you think
became
you'll confess
so
that
bad.
in do you think you'll confess that in court?
Who knows? A lot of people go years without confessing whether they was molested or not. Look at R. Kelly. He wrote a whole 19-minute song about him being taken advantage by his own sister.
And he shouldn't have
Like,
did that at all. That was a mistake.
you know, um, it's just,
That shit ain't gonna fly in court.
of course, we're black. Of course not.
Nope. They're gonna be like, you did too much dirt in the industry. We even if you did get molested, you did too much dirt. He could have seeked help. He got money. He could have had a psychiatrist.
A lot of people don't seek help. That's the issue with possible sexual trauma as a child. A lot of people don't go seek help. A lot of people don't talk about it. They just bury it deep in their subconscious. You get what I'm saying? And I say that because being a person that was sexually molested growing up, I didn't tell nobody. First person I told was my older son's father. That was the first person I told. Um, and it also explains the hypersexuality of a person too. Little did you know, being touched when you're younger causes you to be hypersexual. As an excuse for his sexual deviancy and his sexual behavior and his being a predator? No, but it will explain his predatory behavior.
So you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna give him life in prison with a psychiatrist. That way you can get out all your demons and shit in jail.
Do you think jail's the best place for people that have mental health issues?
For him, yeah. Because if he released, he gonna go back and do it the same shit again. He gonna do
I'm
the
not
same shit
saying
again.
release. I'm not. I would never say let's release a nigga like that on the
You
streets.
put him in the clinic. You put him in the clinic while he's in prison. Don't they do
Like,
that for inmates when they give them help when they locked up?
yeah, but the mental health in jail is not
So,
adequate.
so how is he gonna be? How is he gonna be any better in society if he has a issue?
I feel like I wouldn't say better in society, but I guess if he still has any money left after all of this, he should pay for a private therapist to come to jail and come therapy to give him some therapy.
He
Because
can't be trusted. He told they told the judge that he was pleading with the judge that he won't have any women or do what he was doing if he was released on bail. They can't trust him. That's why they won't give him no bail.
he got too much money to flee. That's why they won't release him. It's not even about
Exactly.
him
And
having the
and the
money.
average nigga that without the money would have already been locked up a long time ago.
Of course, that is the very big difference. But it's also a lot. I feel like within the black community, people don't like to talk about is the fact that we all know that if we go out and commit these retarded ass crimes that these white people are committing, that we're going to go to jail. We're not going to get a slap on the wrist. Like, and
That's
that's
what I
what I don't
hate.
understand about a lot of the people that wind up in jail is like, you know, they don't like us. So
Mm,
why would you go out there and commit crime to put yourself in a fucked up
exactly.
predicament?
Exactly.
Especially when
That's
you got children, like you got daughters and sons. Like, why? Why?
Go ahead, Ray Sean, what you was gonna say?
like that's what I hate. Like, why give people a slap on the wrist when they do horrendous shit? That makes no sense to me.
I
So
don't see how he beating these charges. I know I've seen people talking about they don't think it's gonna stick. I'm like, I don't if they have all this evidence, I don't see him beating these charges. Unless you paid the judge, I don't see him beating these charges at all.
I feel
I'll
like
pick.
with this case being in the media, I don't think it's going to be a fair trial
Why not?
because it's a public case. You get what I'm saying? And the stuff
Wasn't
before
wasn't
he
R.
got
Kelly's case
charged.
public?
No, but I'm saying like in the media wise, like you see how like before he actually got arrested on the charges, there was so much stuff coming out.
But that happened with R. Kelly too. And look what happened with him.
Yeah, but we know why he's sitting in jail. That's not even fair why he's sitting in jail. Technically, we can't even say that because the man was paying off the people. It's the point that he stopped paying is what got him in jail. Like it's all a money grab.
He should have released 12 Play Part 3. Then he would still be paying no more. I'm playing.
Wow.
Like it's just it's a slippery slope. Um, I'm praying for his children because that's who really gets the short end of the stick. And it's sad because this man, it's not sad for him, but it's sad for his children, it's sad for the actual victims. It's just I don't like to see our people being kicked while they're already down. Like let's not kick the man while he's more down than he's already is. He's already going through
What you
his shit.
mean? Let's not
Because he's
let's not
getting
kick
his
him down.
karma.
You have sympathy for this nigga?
No, I don't. He's already getting his karma, so I don't think it's all right to just be kicking motherfuckers and continue to kick
But
motherfuckers.
he brought that on himself though. That's
Of
that's not our
course,
fault.
of course, it's not our fault, but it's like we know he's sick. We know the
I
man's
don't
sick.
know nothing. All I know is what I'm hearing. I don't know his personal life.
Yeah,
We know he's
karma's a
sick. They've
bitch.
been saying it for years that
Exactly.
he's been sick.
That's karma.
So,
I ain't never hear that about him.
They've been
He
saying
is
it for.
all this shit. Anything I hear every day, is new to me, and I'm like, yo, it just gets more weirder and weirder for him.
It does get weird and weird. Like I said, a few things I just didn't never need to know. Him and his 1,000 bottles of baby oil, his lubricant, his dildos. They said that there was 784 dildos in
That
the
shit
closet.
is funny, and that shit
I
was
don't
all
know
at his crib.
how. I don't know how true that is, but that's like, damn, bro, how many dildos you need?
That shit is funny.
I'm picturing life in prison without parole.
Yes, yes. I think that's what he's gonna get. It ain't gonna be the public already have an assumption about him for decades already. This ain't nothing new. We already know that he robbed his artists and he treated people like shit. This is nothing new. It's the shit that he was doing in them freak offs that's surprising people.
I what it is I don't think that he. I don't think he's being charged for that. I think he's just being more charged for the sex trafficking, the transportation of prostitution, and his conspiracy to commit racketeering.
Hmm. And that's what they're gonna get him on, as well as that possibility of him being connected to Tupac and Biggie murder.
But I wouldn't say Tupac. I would say maybe Biggie. Tupac is a little
I
short.
think he had his shit to do with both of them because of that whole thing with the Rolling Stone magazine cover shoot and how he told Rolling Stone that it's all about him and not Biggie. Biggie's dead. Like it's almost like he wanted to get Biggie out of the way so that he become his own star on Bad Boy. Like he was low
Yeah,
key
but
jealous of Biggie.
like I said, Biggie I get. But with Tupac, that was a gang hit.
But Tupac was also the enemy of Bad Boy. He called Bad Boy out.
Of course he did. But I don't Tupac's death is a big stretch. Big stretch.
I think he had to do. I think he paid off $1 million to get Pac outed.
I
Keefy
don't
D
think
said the
so.
same shit. He paid Keefy D off to take
KPD,
Pac out.
KPD now he changing his story because now he gotta face the music. He been confessing to the same crime for 25 plus fucking years. That
Hmm.
man know he pulled the trigger. He know why he pulled the trigger. We all know why he
But
did it.
but he still could have pulled the trigger and be paid to do it.
No, he said he pulled the trigger because his nephew couldn't pull the trigger. Tupac was on his side of the car and he pulled the trigger because his nephew couldn't do it because his nephew was on the other side of the car. And can't nobody contest to what Keith D saying because everybody in that fucking car is dead. So it is his word against Diddy's word.
Yeah, but
He
and
has to
and
prove
and
it.
he also said how Puffy and Zip had a relationship or whatever. Who's to say he didn't pay Zip to kill Pac? And Zip is dead, so we don't even know.
I believe that was a gang hit. I believe because Tupac popped on Orlando, who was a Crip, and they ordered the hit on him.
Why they didn't kill Suge Knight? How he get grazed in the head and Pac dead?
I don't know how good the niggas aim. I wasn't in the car.
Suge in on this shit too. It could be both him and Suge.
It could be Suge Knight who got him hit. Shit. Suge Knight is an asshole. Like, why you think his ass is in jail?
Yeah.
Like,
Never cared for the dude.
I'm hoping that
Yeah.
Biggie mom and his family and his kids can get justice for his death.
And he
If
just gave
Biggie,
why did he just give Valletta Biggie's masters now? I thought they'd been had that. He was just going around going giving masters because he knew he was guilty. He knew he was going to jail. All of a sudden now you give Faith her masters, you give Biggie their masters back, you give 112 their masters. Why all of a sudden now you give them everybody their masters back? You know what I'm saying? You don't think that was that strange? Out of
it's
20
of course
something years, these people have been waiting for their masters. They're not even on Bad Boy anymore. Now all of a sudden now you want to give everybody back their masters when they should have been had it?
it's strange. Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I don't believe what 112 is saying is bullshit. They talking about, oh, we already knew it was gonna come back to us because that's how we signed the contract. Y'all was getting robbed. Just like he was robbing everybody else on that label. You know what I'm saying? They had to go to the court just to get off a Bad Boy to go to Def Jam because he wouldn't release them. Every artist he had on that label had an issue. Either they dead or they want it off of the label.
Right.
Locks
Exactly.
had a remember the Locks had a petition. The Locks had the fans outside of Bad Boy offices just to get them off of the label to go to Rough Riders. A petition. They don't even do that nowadays. You know what I'm saying? People died on his watch. Biggie dead. Black Rob dead. Craig Mack dead. You know
Well,
what I'm
I
saying? Tony
feel like,
Thompson dead.
right. So with the Biggie thing, I feel like that he just didn't want to run no more.
Who
I
didn't
feel
want to
like,
run?
he knew his clock was up.
Who? Biggie?
Yeah.
They didn't. He didn't. They told him he was supposed to go to London. He didn't want to go to London. He wanted to go to Cali.
Right, like he could have if he never went to Cali and went to London like he's supposed to. He probably could have a few more years out here, maybe his whole life. Who knows? The world not gonna know. But also, I believe because he was getting those death threats, that he knew his clock was up. He was like, it's
I
time for
don't
me to
believe that.
face the music.
No, I do not believe that. I don't think he went out there to get killed.
He predicted his own death, so
Yes,
it's like
so did Pac. So did Pac. I don't believe
a
Biggie
lot of
purposely
people
went
that
out to
die in
Cali
the
to get killed.
industry, they predict their own death. Like, all right, so like there's a song they said on one of Pop Smoke's album where he's predicting his own death. I never listened to the song,
Mhm,
but they did say there's a song on one of his albums that came
mhm.
out after his death that they saying that he was predicting his own death. But a lot of people can see when their time is there. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people get that eerie feeling. Everybody can see it, and I feel like Biggie seen it.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe Biggie knew he was gonna get killed out there. That shit
They
happened.
called didn't they call him and tell him he was gonna die?
His mother, yeah, but that was on that supposedly that's on the album. Like the rumor is when he did going back to Cali, the beginning of that song when he the answer the death the prank caller, that's an actual death threat that he got that Puffy decided to keep on the album because he said he was getting calls like death threats or whatever. So they kept it on the album. Like that. This is the shit that's coming out now because we didn't have the internet back in '97.
Well,
So
that's
all this shit now is coming out. But his mother even said that in the documentary. His mother even called him and told him she didn't want him to go out there. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want him to go out there, and he was supposed to go on a plane to London for what some show he was doing. I think it was for Life After Death or something. He was promoting it or something. He decided not to go to London, and he went out there, and look what happened. Right when you see the Drink Champs episode with Co Smooth, and he telling Nori how he was out there with his wife, and he was at the Billboard Awards, and the minute he said the minute that he saw Biggie come up on stage, and Biggie says, "What up, L.A." Him and his wife left because he was like, I knew something was gonna happen. He was like, Cali is different from New York. Like in Cali, you could just sense when shit is gonna happen, and that's when he left. That's what he told Nori on Drink Champs. Who's that?
Crazy.
Oh yeah, you hear me? Yes. No, 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 not that. Not that one. It's before that.
What the fuck, man?
It's like the little interlude before that track come on. It's like he got a death threat, and that was the real death threat. You gotta rewind it.
I don't think they played on the YouTube version.
Oh yeah, yeah. They might not. Yeah, the album version when you hear it, there's like a little interlude before the song start, and when he pick up the phone, and then you got like there's like a voice like whispering, "I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. I'm gonna kill you." That's the real death threat that Puffy kept on the album.
Let's see. Let's see.
Very
I can
eerie.
get it on Apple
It's
Music.
crazy, right? And that
That's
shit came out like right after he died.
that's eerie.
That
Yeah, I don't think
that's
I
yeah,
don't think
that's
they
not the
played
one.
it.
Yeah, they might not have it on streaming, but on the album, when on the physical copy, they have it on there. That he,
I take it. Somebody called me so they're gonna kill me. I'm gonna take that shit serious.
but he said that in the MTV interview, that the MTV interview he did, and he was like how he felt like he was gonna die because he was getting death threats and shit. but that's the damn reason why your ass should have went to London or you stay at home. You don't go, especially
But
your
that's
mother.
what I said. I feel like that he knew his clock was up and he just was ready to get it over with.
No, no, I don't believe that. I don't think he decided to go out there to get killed. I think that happened because all that shit was still hot with him and Pac, and they found him out there and they got to him, and you know what I'm saying. But if you get a call from your mother and your mother tell you not to go out there, maybe you shouldn't go out there.
Yeah, she warned you.
Exactly. She told him
His
like, yo, I
mother,
have a bad
I
feeling.
feel like his mother knew that it
Exactly,
was
and
gonna
that's
happen.
why she called him because she told him like, yo, I have a bad feeling. You shouldn't be out there, and he didn't listen.
And look what happened.
Did Biggie really ever listen to his mama?
He should have. That's the one time he should have.
He should
If
have.
that was me, I would have been like, I'm staying my ass home. Y'all could go to Cali.
But we'll never know what his life would have
It
been.
was too soon because it was like, yo, Pac only got killed 6 months before that. It was too soon for him to be out there.
Right.
And he was going out there. Remember he went to the wake up show with Sway and Tech when Sway was still out there, and he did the freestyle out there. He was out there promoting the album, and they I think they were finishing No Way Out there or whatever. They were mastering it. It was too soon for him to be out there. He should have waited till like maybe a year or two later, and then you go back out there. You don't go out there 6 months after they lost they legend and shit. They were still mourning Pac. We were over here mourning Pac. It was too soon.
That was the
You know what
most
I mean?
wildest beef
At,
ever.
at, at least if they at least if it was Pac that got killed or whatever, and Biggie didn't go out there, then we might have still had Biggie alive today. But for both of those murders to happen 6 months apart and there's still no damn killer, Puffy no shit. And for that alone, he needs to go down.
Well, they have to prove he know it. You just can't say he gotta go down for
I
something. They
know
gotta prove he knows something.
that's what I'm doing. That's the prosecutor. That's the court system to prove that he knows shit. Because I've always felt like he know more than he said. Especially for the night Biggie died and his caravan is behind Biggie's and his caravan stops at the red light. Biggie's caravan goes on and he's the one that gets shot up.
No, I thought it was the other way around. I thought from the movie it was Diddy who got across the red light and Biggie got stuck at the red light, and that's how they caught him.
They said that his car was behind Biggie's own. Biggie's car went through the red light and he's the one that got his caravan is the one that got shot up.
I thought, but from the movie, it seemed that Diddy got
Um,
across the red light.
you see, it's people lying because there's stories that's going on. Even with who was there, they were like, there's one movie where they said Foxy Brown and DJ Quick was right there, and I ain't never hear them come out and say that they know shit. They need to call all of them in, call all of them that was there.
I know because I for the movie they was like, because someone was like, yeah, Biggie was when he was coming back from Cali, he was gonna go back to Kim. I said he probably was. He was really in love with Kim at one point. He probably was gonna go back to Kim.
And he just had that baby with Faith
Mm-hmm.
when that shit happened. That's crazy.
You seen the? I watched the fucking video of Kim leaving the fucking funeral
Hmm.
home, and I
Yeah,
said she got that widow cry.
I remember that. But that was on the Daily News cover, like when Mary was holding her and she crying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Biggie and Kim were in love with each other. I don't care what nobody said.
yeah. That's
I
that's
think
why
I think he
she
just
and Faith
married
couldn't stand
Faith
each other.
for the image.
She and Faith couldn't stand each other.
Like
They
him
don't
and
care for
Kim
each
had
other.
that
Like
real authentic love, in my opinion.
it was. I blame Puffy for that shit because Puffy should have told him, "Don't come to California. It's too soon." You know what I'm saying? Especially if they know that if it's like gangs around and they looking for retaliation, his ass should have stayed at home. You should have been in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You should been in Brooklyn with your newborn baby.
Exactly.
It
Way too
just
soon.
it was way too soon.
You see like how they doing with this shit now where they have like rappers gotta check in to certain places. Like if you come down to Texas, they gotta check in with Jay Prince. Who the fuck is Jay Prince? You gotta check in with him when you get down there. so nothing will happen to you. Or you if they go to Detroit, they got to check in with Trick and other people so they don't get robbed. That's that bullshit.
And these celebrities get them too much fucking power.
Yeah, you gotta check in with people when you go certain places. Like that's crazy.
Like I get if you in a gang, like if you blow the crib and you go out to Cali or something, you gotta check in with the big homie and the OGs out there. I get that because that's gang culture, automatic, right? You gotta make sure that you good in the city that you have a gang. You gotta make sure that your set knows that you there. You gotta check in with the head nigga in charge. That's understandable. That's gang. That's gang 1-on-1, right?
But when they come to New York, who they got to check in with over here? Jay-Z.
Do Jay Z even live in New York?
He got a house here. He
He
still got
don't
a
live in
house
New
here.
York though. The right claim
He
that
still
nigga.
got a house here.
He don't
Who
live
they
here.
checking when they come from out of town and they come to New York? Who they checking with over here?
Whoever's the big gang boss in charge in New York. I don't know who the fuck the gang boss. I thought the mob was. I guess the mob not in charge no more. Shit. I thought the mob was in charge. They the ones that ran New York for so damn long. I guess they not in charge anymore. I don't know who they got checking with. I don't know who the head gang in charge.
That's crazy.
Like I just know from gang culture that usually
This
when you
is
go, if you're blood or crip and you go to like Cali or Compton
it,
somewhere where there's
this
Bloods and
this
Crips.
this is why you can't be when CL Smooth was talking to Nori about being you can't be an industry nigga and in the street nigga at the same time. You gotta decide which side you want because it's never gonna work. If you a street nigga and you in the industry, it's never gonna work.
It's not. Of course not. Duh. It's impossible. I feel like there's just be a lot of weird shit in the industry. Like there's a lot of weirdos. I feel like the same way we crucifying Diddy, we should definitely crucify Dan, who ran Nickelodeon, who touched
Yeah,
them little
Dan
kids.
Schneider.
Yep, that sick
Is that
motherfucker.
the same? Is that the same Dan Snyder that used to own the Washington Redskins?
No, Dan Schneider's the one who created iCarly,
Oh,
Drake and Josh, Zoe
another
101.
Dan
Like
Snyder. All the
all the
Dan
people,
Snyders are dirty.
the people,
That
the
nigga,
especially
that's
when
another nigga that needs to be crucified in the media. We gonna crucify Diddy, we need to crucify his sick ass too.
Mhm.
especially what he did well with Jim McCurdy,
Uh-huh.
like him and her mother,
Right.
right? Like she
That's
had a
crazy.
hard, yeah. What she went through was so messed up, especially her
Yeah.
the way her mother treated her.
Yeah.
That's why
So
she did that book. I'm glad my mom died.
That's wild.
Yeah, cause that was like a story about how about her life growing up, the the abuse she went through, and all the all the pain she been through because as a child actor growing up.
the industry's full of weirdos.
For real.
We definitely need to crucify Dan Snyder in the fucking media too. Since we crucifying motherfuckers, he another donkey of the day, y'all.
Harvey
Cause that
Weinstein.
nigga be wildin'. That white nigga nasty ass. And it's crazy because I feel like yes, what Diddy did was wrong. A lot of them were adults. I don't know if there's any minors in the midst of Diddy's bullshit. Can't tell you wasn't there at the parties. But I know for sure Mr. White Fat Ass Dan, pedophile of the week. He preyed on the most vulnerable,
Telling
which
you.
is our children. He is a sick fat bastard too. I feel
Mm-mm-mm.
like there's
Yeah,
no difference in the crime. Only thing Diddy's just a sexual monster. Like that
Yep.
nigga was nasty. I don't know, nigga. I don't know what he was on. Them drugs had
Yep.
that nigga feeling good.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Dan was known for his feet fetish.
That too.
Oh,
Did he have
Yeah,
one? I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a criminal thing.
I meant like when it
we
comes to underage actors.
Oh.
talking about children.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, damn,
Yeah,
like little
if you
kids.
watch those Nick shows, like iCarly, iCarly had a lot of underage feet fetish, underage feet. Yeah,
Sick bastard.
He is a sick bastard. Like that
Mm-mm-mm.
nigga is weird.
yeah.
I,
Mm-mm-mm.
there's a lot of motherfuckers that I feel like that just should be crucified for the shit that they doing did do. Like it should never be just let's hang the black man in the media because that's who is under fire. I feel like we all know who else is a pedophile in the industry and who else is a sick bastard in the industry, but nobody's not gonna name names. I don't want to be hunted down by the Illuminati. I do not want to play with the devil. I ain't got time for him. Rebuke him in the name of Jesus.
Harvey
But I do
Weinstein.
feel like there's a lot of like I think it was Black China who had just got the devil tattoo covered up on her back. Why the fuck did you have that on your back, sis? Come to the front of the room.
Right. Why is
Let's
that
talk
Dion
on
about this
there?
Watkins.
damn tattoo, bitch. Cause what the fuck
Uh,
was you smoking?
how you
Dion
feel about
Watkins.
Doja Cat?
Um, besides her being a Libra, I think she's a weirdo too. I liked her in the beginning, but
I
we
love
don't
her
claim
music
her.
though. I love her music.
Yeah, I love
Her
Doja Cat's
music has
music.
turned to like a dark.
But I like the dark side of her. I like,
I
Paint the
don't
Town
like
Red,
it's
and
creepy. It's
you don't
weird.
like
It's
you don't
like
like Paint the Town Red?
hell no. She playing with the devil. Why don't play with the devil? Because everybody saw they sold the devil gonna come collect.
So, so I
I don't
can't
know.
I can't play that around you.
Nope. No. No. Like I said,
Okay.
besides her being a Libra, we don't claim that because sis be wildin'. She playing with demonic spirits and shit, and that bitch can stay over there far
We
to the
don't
left
we don't know.
corner.
I will say this, like when she came out with that Scarlet album, like her whole Instagram was like weird pictures. Like she was like in like covered in blood, and she was like butt naked at the train station. I'm like, what the fuck is she doing?
This is what I'm saying. Y'all be thinking I be playing. I don't play with the devil, and she likes to play with the devil. She can stay over there with that motherfucker. Cannot come over
That's
here. I'm
some
sorry.
JoJo Siwa stuff right there.
Yeah, like you see
I
what
don't
they
know
do
what
for JoJo.
I don't know what she was. And the thing is, those pictures that she took, I don't think they are part of the album pic. So I'm like, what the hell was she promoting?
Like, do you see what happened to Miss Sweet Bow JoJo?
What happened with her?
She changed
She
The
for the
white
was
worse.
chick,
so bubbly and so innocent.
the white chick.
Yeah, from
Yeah,
Dance Moms. Yeah.
That's the
my
one I
daughter,
used to date.
loved it. Her shoes and her
She
bows.
used to date Bow Wow,
Oh, she like a,
supposedly.
she likes a black man, huh?
Yeah, she liked black men. She used to date Bow Wow when she was younger. But she could sing, but she never got like the major push though, like a Britney Spears man.
Because she was more for the kids. Now the kids don't even want
Yeah.
her ass no more. She done came out the closet, so they not happy about that.
Oh, she's gay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. You
um,
know,
but it's like it's a lot of the Enterprise Combs Enterprise need to come to the front of the room too. Like, why? Well, y'all grown as adults needing all this lube. Like, I still got that question. Like, all this lube, all this
right?
baby oil. How many dildos did you guys use? Like,
Right?
I need to know.
Then he got hundreds. He had like a whole army full of dildos in his house.
Like, I need to know because I'm curious about these little freak off parties that was mentioned 27 times in this document, this doc. So come to the front room. And Black
Jesus
Cat, I'm
Christ!
not done with you, sis. Come to the front of the room too, because I need to figure out why. Why was that tattoo on your body, bro? Like, what the fuck was you on? Like, I know
What
what she
what
was on. But
she
like,
she removed it and put what? Did she put anything else?
she removed. She had like the devil on her back,
Wow,
and
stupid.
I'm trying to figure out why. Like, bro, what's like? Sis, come
He
to the front
probably
room.
was.
I need some
He probably was
clarification.
at. It was in the freak offs also. That's why she moved that shit.
Um,
He probably got on tape with her devil tattoo. You know what I mean?
it was the fact that they said that they got it on tape at every angle.
Mhm.
Like,
Cause he had cameras probably set up for. He probably was blackmailing them niggas too.
that's what they said. He blackballed them with the tape to make
That's
them
that's
keep
why he
using
had the
it.
cameras set up in every angle. So now you're gonna be able to see if J Lo was there or if she wasn't.
Like,
You know what I'm
we don't need
saying?
to see the tapes though. The tapes can stay where they at.
No, I
Honestly,
want to see. I,
No, we want to see
I want to see.
because tape reveals
I ain't
everything.
even gonna lie.
It reveals
I want
the
to
true
see what
colors
kind
of
of
a
what kind of
person.
freaky shit was going on because if they have a whole bunch of tapes, somebody gonna leak that shit to the internet.
The
They
tr-
got they gonna
the
they
tapes
gonna.
reveal everything.
Yeah, they're gonna. They fucking the celebrity sex tapes at one point. They were supposed to be a secret thing, and then they started leaking that shit to the internet too. They're gonna release that shit. I'm telling you,
Like,
it's gonna be on Wall Star or it's gonna be on Daily Motion. Somebody gonna leak that shit.
YouTube.
Yep, YouTube. Nah, YouTube ain't gonna be able to show it though.
Oh, right, because comment.
oh,
Yeah,
Twitter,
Twitter.
give it
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah,
Twitter will show
X,
that. Yeah,
Twitter.
or TikTok. Yeah,
Like Twitter don't give a fuck. That the
yeah,
videos I be thinking on sometimes be wild crazy. I'm like, yo, I could live my
yep,
whole life
Yeah,
yep.
without seeing half
Twitter
the
be
shit I
showing
be
that
seeing
shit.
on Twitter.
Yep,
that'll go viral on Twitter
yep.
or IG Live.
They're gonna release that shit on there.
Yeah,
Like it just levels to this shit. Like I need to know what type of level you gotta be on to attend these freak out parties. So I know never
You
to get
gotta,
to that level.
you gotta be on dildo baby lotion level. You know what I'm saying?
Ah,
That nigga had
no.
a whole fleet of dildos and lotion at his crib.
Like
That's some other
he
shit.
man,
make
how many
going to
emojis do
swinging
you
parties
need?
really bad for people that they go to swinging
Like,
parties.
how many emojis do you need, Diddy?
Like, you know how many memes I've seen of him now with the Johnson and Johnson logo?
Yo, well, I seen a meme of him and fucking behind the glass talking to Meek Mill
Shut,
and and shit. And he's like, "Let me see something for the roll." And Meek Mill lifted up his shirt and put it on the fucking glass at the jail. I was like, "Yo,
Sean,
y'all niggas is wild."
Sean John stand for Johnson and Johnson. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? They make it. They having a field day with this nigga.
Like, I cannot like. I could literally went my whole life without knowing what type of freak off supplies that he needed for these freak off parties. Like, I had an idea what consists of a freak off party
Yeah.
from like the stuff they
Now you
needed.
know.
But I just didn't need to know actually because I just didn't want to know. I think they kept it to themselves. But it's
Shit.
the fact that the person who wrote the XL magazine article really sat there and counted how many times they said freak off in the doc. Like, bro, was you bored?
It was crazy.
I didn't need to know they said 27 times because I didn't want to read it. That's why I didn't read it. I just skimmed through the bitch and read the penal codes and the fucking charges, like, so you motherfuckers can know what Rico and what he being charged under the Rico Act.
Mm,
Like,
mm.
yes, he is facing up to life in prison with that fucking indictment. But like I said, the sex trafficking charges sentence range, so he might not get the max of 20. He might get 14. Who knows? It's depending on how fucked
Give,
up the FBI is at the
give
moment.
him life in prison with no parole.
Right, no parole.
None.
I'm sick and tired of these people. This justice system always letting these people off.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Like
but you can't
not
sit there and say that because
What?
the white people get off all the fucking time. So why can't he get off? So I'm asking, like,
That they shouldn't
let the
though. They
white people
shouldn't
go.
get off.
Why can't let him go?
They shouldn't get off. They need this to go also.
Yeah, but they don't stay in prison for too long.
That's because they white.
That's what I'm saying. So like, if you got white people that's committing the same crimes and they don't get the same harsh treatment that Diddy's gonna get, is that really an equal justice system?
I want all of them going.
yeah,
I
all
want
because
all of them going.
I'm sick and tired of letting people out scot free. I'm tired of that
Right.
shit.
I want all of them going.
Because you get because this system has failed us.
I'll go back in the room.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
That's
go see
the,
the country life.
that's the true premonition I want from
Yeah.
Diddy.
Right.
Life in prison without parole. That's the premonition.
Like there's some levels to this shit. So I'm trying to figure out when he
He's
first
like
started
the
the prequel parties, right?
he's like the freak off master.
So there was like a level one to this shit where there was like minimum sex guests there, then they went to like a level two, so three, then like over the years it just got to where now
What
they got 1,000 bottles of fucking baby oil or 700
what's
dildos.
level 10? What's
Nah,
level 10?
that nigga went past level 10. That nigga suppressed.
Oh,
He
boy.
suppressed the biggest freaks in America. You got some nasty ass motherfuckers out
Like,
there.
he's a bisexual predator. That's the thing.
For
He's doing
example,
shit with men and
We're
women.
not okay. We're not gonna label him bisexual. Probably not gonna make this a LGBT plus issue. We don't need to be crucified for saying that.
Well, they know that he's a bisexual predator.
Of course, we know he's a bisexual
Mm.
brother. We don't just need to label him this.
The fact that this man have power, the fact that you could have a woman's man give him head just so she could get a job, that's power. That's some like sick shit.
But then that's what I'm saying. Like you have to like really separate the victims from people that would just want to do shit for a job, a
She
come
was
up.
she was that desperate to work at Bad Boy that she said, "I'm gonna sacrifice my boyfriend for a job." Wow,
I don't think she said it like that. I think it's more like he wanted the boyfriend and not her.
that's even worse. He didn't even pick her. He was like, "I want your man."
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Oh my god, this 50 Cent documentary gonna be lit. I can't wait. I can't wait. That shit gonna be crazy. He probably saving it till next year. He's like, yo, I want to add the recent shit in it. You
Like
know,
we gotta be like I said, I feel bad for the victims involved. I feel bad for his children, especially his daughters, because they are younger. His sons, I seen his sons are going to court, coming out of
That
court. Um, People like, oh, Quincy should support Al
no,
B.
he shouldn't.
I'm like, didn't that man abandon him?
Quincy, that's Al B. Shaw's son. Al B. Shaw want his son home with him.
But that's technically no longer his son because Diddy adopted him. So I'm like,
Yeah, I know, but he grown now. He not no kid
yeah,
no more.
but you can't force a kid to go back somewhere where they was
I,
never win in the first place. You get what I'm saying?
hey,
Al B
if
wasn't a good father to the boy,
if
so
Quincy, yeah, but he saw his father almost died. If Quincy saw shit, he better run home to Al B.
he not though. He loved Diddy. Diddy raised him.
They gonna love him from afar in prison.
Of
You know
course.
what I'm saying?
But
They gonna
I kind of get where Quincy's standpoint is because it's like this man raised me when my dad literally left. This man never treated me no different from the other kids that are biologically his. And so I get that because I have a stepfather, my mom's second husband, my stepfather Keith. He raised me. And even to
uh,
this day, even though him and my mom wasn't together,
yo Reg, what's good?
he
Salute.
always treated my kids like his grandkids. He always still
Subscribe
treats
to
me
the
like his
channel.
daughter. So I
We
get
got
that. You know what I'm
we got
saying?
Ray Sean
I
on
get
here with us.
the standpoint of Quincy and where his loyalty lies
Yeah.
because Albie wasn't a good father. He wasn't.
How we know that?
The
I don't
letter,
know
the
that.
letter, the letter that I read that Quincy penned, and
He
the
put
shit
that
that they,
online
yeah, he, I read on Instagram the other day. He wrote a letter to he wrote a letter about
or
Albie
did
and
he?
Diddy and shit, and
Oh wow.
so I get the standpoint of an absent father now wants to come back in the picture after being absent for so long and shit. So
I
I
get
get it.
that, but I ain't siding with my stepfather if he was out there doing all kind of freaky shit to people.
I think it's more now about supporting his siblings. You
Yeah,
know,
they'll be alright. They grown.
not all of
Justin
them are
grown.
grown. Not all of
Well,
them are grown now.
I mean, what other than the little baby, who else is not? Who else is
The
not?
twins, I think the twins are in high school. I think.
I thought they were like 18 already. No.
I don't know. I can't keep track of these guys. Did they just have a 16th birthday? What the fuck did turn 18?
Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me see. I'll tell you
That's
right now.
true. That's true. I think they did have a 16th birthday. Yeah, that's right. They got like calls or some shit.
They are 17
17.
currently
Okay.
right
All
now.
right. One more year. They'll
One
they'll
more
be
year
all right.
with, but then he has a little baby love.
She'll be all right. But without her predatory father in her presence, she'll be good. She's just gonna grow up knowing that her father was a predator and he locked up. She'll go see him in prison. You got
I,
there's daughters out there. There's daughters out there going to see their fathers in prison every day. He ain't no
I
different.
can't take away of him being a great dad. That's one thing that I think that he's good at is being a dad
Oh boy.
and being
So
present.
that's the saving grace in all of this. Oh, he was a great
No,
dad.
that's one thing. That's one thing that I like. That thing I like about him is that he's a great dad.
You know he killed his wife. He killed Kim. You
You
know
have
that.
no proof of this. Stop saying that.
Where
give Kim Porter.
I allegedly there's rumors that he had something to do with Kim's death and Kim was coming out with a book. and she was gonna expose him, but she got
Nobody know
killed.
what the book magically done disappeared. Nobody knows. I'm not
Right.
gonna
Who
call
have the
that man
book?
a murderer.
That's another thing they need to find. Who? Where's the book at? Did he burn it?
Is it sealed somewhere?
Yeah. Like where's the book at? Because maybe she only
Because
know
now,
where the book at and she dead.
'cause now it's hidden.
Who knows what's in that book?
Right.
That's
Nobody
another
knows
thing
what's
that they
in the
need to
book.
find. They
I
finding
would never
dildos
say
and shit.
somebody killed someone without having proof they
They
killed them. We're not going to say he
they
killed them. We don't have proof of that.
they finding dildos and lube. They need to find that book and see what's in it.
Like,
Reg, what's
you
good,
know,
bro?
I feel like it's just all of the stuff is just like, damn, did he? Why did he? Like, damn, no, did he?
Yeah,
Right.
Fucking,
forever.
No,
No
no,
Diddy.
no Diddy.
That's it.
Like
That's his new
common
name.
legend. How many
Like
right.
dildos did you
like
buy?
no malice, no Diddy.
How many dildos did you buy?
Right?
Like, are
Right.
you that
I
desperate?
think he ordered that shit in stock. He got like a supply of them shit, yo.
Like, are you that desperate?
Oh, this man was planning like future parties and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they caught him. Say like no more parties for you. Oh man. He
Yo,
he gonna be clown. He can never come back to music. He will ever be clown for this shit. It's too late. He will forever be clown for this shit.
And let's not
He'll,
forget that his house got raided.
he can never try to give Drake a black eye again. Drake will clown him for this shit forever. You know
And
what
let's
I'm saying?
that is
let's
a
not
Even if he got off, let's say that somehow he beat the charges that or it was a hung jury and he got off. He can never come back to rap after this shit. This is it for him.
it
Because
is.
it's too many platforms that's already talking about it. It's too many people that's making memes and they're gonna clown him. The minute he try to do a song, they're gonna clown him for this shit. You can never be in a diss track with anybody because they're gonna that's the first thing they're gonna use against him.
exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He can never come back. This is it. This is his official retirement out of hip hop forever. He's done.
Yep. Let's not forget his house got raided too.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like he was putting on any great music anyway.
He wasn't putting out any music.
The
He
Love
was
album was good because of the actual artist that was on it, because he wasn't on the damn album. He let the actual artist sing on the album. It's just something that he never did. He always had to have his own song on the album, and he actually have the real artist on the album. That's why it was good. And my whole thing is, how the hell do you have a song dedicated to Kim and you're not even on the song? Instead, he had Babyface and John Legend sing the vocals on there. That's not their wife. You know what I'm saying? He is nowhere on the song. Man, you was quick to do, oh, I'll be missing you for Biggie when he dropped dead. But you have a song dedicated to your wife that you had kids with, and he's nowhere to be found on the song. That's not fishy to you all.
of course it is.
That's very fishy. Where was the love for Craig Mack when he passed away?
Exactly. He didn't do a
Like,
tribute song to Craig Mack or the Black Rob.
right.
Crazy.
It just it's so crazy. Like,
And that's why I never bought no Diddy albums. Never.
No Way Out is his only great album because of who was on there. That's it.
Right.
That is
like
the
I don't
only
think I ever listened
album
to any song
that's worth
besides
talking
"I'll Be
about.
Missing You"
Uh-huh.
and maybe like some of the him and some of the fucking Biggie songs and shit like that. But not nothing like he did himself. Like,
Yeah, he had help with everything. The beat, he took credit for everything that he didn't do. He never did no beats. The Hitman did all that. He took credit for that. You know what I'm saying? He still owed Kelly Price royalties. He never paid Kelly Price.
Dane Kane.
You know what I'm saying? He had like songwriters like Jay-Z was writing for him, Nas was writing for him. Did he ever pay them?
but they knew what type of nigga he was.
That's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that
That's
is the
how I feel
only
about
album that
how
is
I
worth
feel
talking
about the
about.
whole thing too. It's like these motherfuckers knew what type of nigga he was, and they still worked with him, and
Mm-hmm.
they still went to his events and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
They still invited him to events and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like How can you feel bad if
Be-
Jay-Z gets dragged into the middle of this? How can you
because
feel bad?
they wanted that publicity. They like, oh look, I got a song with Diddy because they know people gonna check it out.
Yeah, because he was big.
That whole thing with him with Steve Stout and Nas and the Hate Me Now video, and he broke that bottle over Steve Stout. That's when Nas should have distanced himself from Diddy. He should have been like, yo, I ain't fucking with you after that. Because the Steve Stout was Nas' manager. So you breaking a champagne bottle over Nas's manager head.
Why he do that?
which right
Because
there,
he didn't want the video to be released with him on the cross. Remember they were on the cross in the video, and Hype Williams did the video, and when they sent it to MTV, he tried to stop the video from airing on MTV because he didn't want to be on the cross, but it was too late. So he blamed Nas manager, and they had to that some argument, and he took the bottle and hit it over his head. So right then when that shit happened, that's when Nas should have been like, yo, I ain't fucking with this nigga.
which was assault, mind
And
you.
he exactly he didn't get arrested for that. And instead, what did Nas do? He turned around and he ended up on his second album.
Like that's assault.
Like, come on. So they all guilty in this shit. They all
You
knew what he was doing, and they all guilty.
you already know that
That's
the
why I
sign.
said. That's why I said when they said co-enterprises and all the members and associates, he probably will have some more co-defendants. He gonna have co-defendants. He
Yep,
gonna start naming names. They gonna start naming names. You're gonna see more arrests to come. Trust me.
yep,
This
yep.
shit is a lot bigger than just Diddy. There are gonna be more people that's gonna be arrested because they were willing participants. They helped cover it up. And the whole 9 yards. They knew what type of freak off party that nigga was having. That nigga was a nasty nigga.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
There's more to the story than meets the eye.
That is crazy.
And when I bite the lollipop, it turns into gum.
Oh, it did.
Ooh,
Yes, but I did some magic.
What you
that's a
do?
magic trick.
I did magic.
How you get gum in a lollipop?
Oh.
Ooh, I want that.
This is that.
I want that.
Make sure you. No, you got no
Stormy,
shirt on. You got no shirt on.
Stormy.
Um,
I want that lollipop.
I want to play game.
I want that lollipop.
Jesus Christ.
I want that lollipop. I want that lollipop. You don't deserve that.
I did not use in my teeth. So when I bite the lollipop, it
Uh-huh.
turns into gum.
Oh wow. I want some of that gum.
Hey.
I want that gum. I'm taking it
The
from you.
lollipops turn into gum.
That's magic. I never seen that.
Yes,
How
and
you
it's
do?
how
How you do that?
I don't know.
Wow.
I do that.
Can mommy ask mommy if she can buy me a lollipop like that?
Okay. Get in your ear.
I want a lollipop like that, mommy. I want gum in mine. Make sure it's grape.
All right, I'm gonna come lay down with you right in my life, okay? I'm gonna come lay down with you.
I wanna talk.
And give one to Rachel too. He wants one.
No.
Yeah, but then he just a weirdo.
That was the only precious thing about this live stream.
Yeah.
But the only precious thing is that little girl.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Come on, try to talk and you just all over me.
I'm trying to sit down.
Oh, try to sit down.
I'm trying to sit down on your
You
lap.
trying to sit down?
The one that is karma's a bitch.
Mhm.
Yeah. He getting his just dues.
Yep.
The things that he was doing. I hope more people go down with him because I don't think he should go down by himself.
Yep.
Just go down and get the notebook then. Because you can't draw right now. Get down right there because I'm doing something. The notebook right there. Stay right there and do the drawing notebook. Like, I feel like he shouldn't be the only one going down because he's not the only one that.
Table.
Yeah.
Go to that table over there.
Like I said, there's more to the story than meets the eye. Need to get arrested in that industry too.
I want something else.
You about to go lay down, Stormy.
I want something else.
We about to go lay down. Pick up my glasses right there. Put some of my glasses. Thank you.
No.
No paper.
This
Crazy,
was
man.
fun, guys. I gotta go.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Gotta
Well,
go lay down with
this
the
was
person.
fun. What when you going live again, Queen? It's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow at 9. Um, my mental health awareness
Yes.
live video, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Uh, this was fun. No Diddy,
Yes.
the rise and fall of the diddler,
Yes.
Diddy Diddy.
I have a feeling we're gonna be talking about this for a lot more.
Cause he's an asshole.
Right.
He
That
is
part
the donkey of the day, the month,
of the
the
of the
year.
the
Him
decade.
and Dan Schneider, they're
Uh-huh.
both sick freak bastards that both need
Yep.
to go to jail.
Harvey
Yep.
Weinstein,
Yep.
Isn't he
All of them.
already in jail though, Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah.
Ian Watkins. Don't forget him.
All
Oh
them
yeah.
little sick perverts, Clive Davis need to go to jail
Gary
too.
Glitter.
He's next. He definitely
Gary
going.
Glitter. All of them.
Yep. Keep it
Um,
Clive. He's like he's like the Illuminati ringmaster.
Clyde Davis.
Yep. He
there's a
going.
lot of them sick motherfuckers that need to go to jail.
Yep.
He old though.
I'm still waiting for Trump to go to jail too. He got 34 felonies.
Who's that?
Trump.
Oh yeah, Trump too.
Oh
Put
yeah,
all
fuck.
of them there and tell
Yes.
together. Put all of them together in one cell.
Him.
Did
Not
he
one
Trump?
cell.
Did he and
Not
Trump
a
were
fan of Trump.
friends? He was in videos with him and all that.
Not a fan of Trump. Not a fan of Biden either.
Hmm. Mm-mm-mm.
I
Wow.
never for Biden
Yes.
because he's full of shit too.
Hmm.
I don't see politics is very tricky. Unless you know, then you know. He's not full of shit. It's the people that Trump put in place to make sure that he didn't have a successful presidency. That's what that
Right.
was.
Right.
It wasn't remember when the president takes office, they inherit the economy in the country from the last president. So the people that Trump put in place to make sure that Biden didn't have a chance to pass any bills that would have helped,
Mhm.
he made sure because right now the Republicans control the House. The
Yep.
Democrats have to take back the House order to change shit around. And it's always good to vote for your local elections. People don't go out there and vote. That's why Republicans are sitting in those seats. Vote them old white racist, bigots, sexist, racist motherfuckers out. Get them out them seats and put them people that need to be in the seats that's actually going to invoke fucking change.
Right.
And the Republicans are not invoking fucking change. They're trying to take us back to the Stone Age. I don't want to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. It's too hot to be pregnant. I don't like being fat. I like to see my feet. I only
Mm-mm-mm.
want to be pregnant when I feel like I want to be pregnant. Not because I can't go out there and get my birth control refilled or can't go get an abortion if I want to go get an abortion. Just speaking hypothetically because I don't believe in abortions. It goes against our religion. But if I did choose to go get an abortion because I needed one and I can't go get one, that's what the issue is. Ever seen the show Handmaid's Tales? Go watch the show. It's on Hulu. That's exactly how we're going to be. And I don't want to be like
Mm-mm.
that. Nope.
Mm-mm-mm. Women
Nah.
should have the right to decide if they want to keep it or not.
I
Right.
feel like if we are forced to have babies that we don't want, the men should be able to be forced to take care of kids that they keep abandoned.
I agree.
Because that's not
Definitely.
fair that motherfuckers. It takes two to procreate. It should take two to take care of one kid. Because
I
I didn't
agree.
make little Johnny by myself.
Yes, I agree. Well, what happens if you what happens if you get artificially inseminated? Then what?
That's different though. But now
Mhm.
you can't even get IVF treatments no more under the Republicans.
Right.
So it's like, why? And I feel bad for the people that want to be house niggas so bad. You will never be a house nigga. You will be in the field picking cotton with me. Welcome to the cotton field, bitches.
Oh man. Plantation days. Oh no.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
No, no, no. Can't let
I
that
don't want
happen.
to go pick cotton. I don't want to be no browner than what I am. Well, I don't
Me
mind
neither.
getting a little tan here and there, you know.
What?
In the
No,
summertime,
I
like
like the way you are right now. You don't need to get any darker. You good.
shit. In the
If I
winter, I'm
wanted a,
pale as fuck.
if I
So
wanted a dark skinned girlfriend, I would have had one.
you're
Oh
hilarious.
man.
You're hilarious. But I don't. you gotta vote in your local elections. If you want change, then
Mm,
let's get change going. If you don't want change, then just
yeah,
say that. But
right.
you house niggas need to stop being house niggas. Cause you'll never be a house nigga. Never. Just never. And for the people who are Spanish who feel like that Trump is for you, he's not for you. He's gonna deport your ass the first chance he get. So you're not exempt from this fuckery either. For people to think that a whole religion should be banned because a group of people feel like that they want to use the Quran to propagate their bullshit, something is wrong with you. I feel like any religion should be fucking banned. It should be Christianity. And if
Mm,
Catholics that be raping the fucking children and shit,
right.
sick fucking pricks.
Uh
If you want to get technical,
huh.
let's ban the pedophiles in the
Right.
Catholic fucking religion.
Right.
That's who needs to be fucking banned. Them fucking sickos that sit there in them fucking little cloths and shit that's touching on the fucking children.
Yep. I
That's
agree.
how we want to get technical.
I agree. They
Like,
they they be acting like people in the church is holy, and they're the ones that doing the dirt.
right.
Exactly.
They be stealing the money from the congregation to go live in mansions and shit.
Hmm.
This, and this is what my mom says. Like, don't go to church for the people. Just go for the go to church for you, just for you, because
Yep.
these people, these so-called people that go to church, they are all holy and wholesome, and they can't do no wrong. When church over, they go back and they show their true colors.
Hmm.
That's why my mom says, like, don't go to church for the people. Just go to church for you, only for you.
Right.
Exactly, because my mom, she knows, like, yeah, because she knows, because she, she don't like, one thing about my mom is that she's very honest about what people do in their life. Like, can't all like, you can't be one of these people that go out here and just, ruin their lives
Yep.
for dumb shit.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
But this has been a fun live stream. Um,
Yeah,
I'll
man.
yeah, I'll see you around 9.
Yeah. Thank you for dropping by, Rishon. I appreciate it.
You're
And
Most
welcome.
Reg,
definitely.
yes, it's gonna be
Next
great.
topic is the suicide month, suicide awareness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Suicide prevention month.
Hmm. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great live stream today.
Yep. Sure will.
No, I'll see you.
All
Peace out.
right. Peace. This is great.
Yep. I'm about to end it.
All right.